Hello, folks. This is Psychic Underlord from psychicunderlord.shop and psychicunderlord.com. I want to do a quick video explaining something that you probably understand quite well. Uh, the situation with people's reality is that your reality is connected to your consciousness. Your consciousness is connected to your awareness, what you can see and understand. You can be around something and see it, but if you don't understand the inner workings of what it's all about, it may not have the same significance and hit your mind and your reality that, wow, you're standing in the middle of so and so. So, because you're conscious and aware of what you're involved in, that you're in a moving motor vehicle, that you're in a moving airplane, that you're in your bedroom with the bedroom door and it's locked. So there are certain limitations in your mind that you have when it comes to you being inside of a place with a locked door versus you being inside of an open dining room with five other guests sitting there fully clothed. There's a significance to the guests being clothed versus them being unclothed. So, consciousness, awareness, what most people don't recognize is that every space you go into, there's a consciousness of it and there is an awareness of it. When people are not aware of things, they call that kind of person out of touch with the situation, unable to understand that they're inside of the director's office and the director is the supervisor for the person's job. So the consciousness and awareness are very key. But do you realize that when you wake up, go cook your breakfast, brush your teeth, do all of these things, when you come into the world, every part of it is your consciousness and your awareness to various degrees. If you experience it, it's a part of your consciousness. If you're aware of it, then that is a whole different concept of you using the things that are in your house, using the resources that are around you, accepting the resources that come your way and are available to you and accessible to you. That's a whole different ball game because, as you know, there's no mandate that you have to engage with the atmosphere. They call that kind of person a vegetable. They call that kind of person mentally ill. They're unable to engage in conscious activities. So as you get into the car, do you realize that as you could drive 100 miles, do you recognize that every inch of that 100-mile trip in a motor vehicle, you're not physically walking, you're sitting still in a chair, strapped in, following instructions, even as a passenger. If you get into a Greyhound bus and the bus starts driving and takes you to a whole nother city, you experience that entire journey. So because of that entire journey, it's connected to your consciousness and your awareness. So you taking a trip is not you checking out. The whole entire time, your mind and your body inside is engaged. So we have a ritual that's on the shop that says the traveling confrontation. Do you recognize that if you veg out during a trip, or say you, for example, you go to sleep while you're on the bus and then you wake up, you did not consciously experience the awareness of that transitional time because you were not visually attached to it. You didn't have any attachment to the sounds and the experiences and the feelings that were going on. You were in another realm of a dream state. So when you wake up again, there's a whole trip component of the trip that you did not receive the confrontation that was necessary for you to receive. You may receive it on the way back, or you may receive a rendition of what you were supposed to get. But everywhere you go, everything you do in your physical vehicle body is a part of what you are intended to experience in your life, and what is intended to be cleared, what is intended to be confronted, what is intended to be put forth into the world. So this is another thing to ponder and consider. The inner world that you feel. And I know that if you're driving, you're doing multiple things at the same time. You know, you're trying to be safe, you're trying to stay on the road, you're trying to make sure you get places on time, follow the instructions. But the one thing people are not aware of, because of so many different things and the distraction of driving, is that there's a whole inner experience inside your belly that is key for you to understand and to recognize and to release into that. If you get the ritual, it happens effortlessly, whether you're asleep or awake, because you have an anchor in this dimension, so that when you go to sleep on a bus, plane, train, or what have you as a passenger, you'll be able to say to the spirit realm, I'm here, I understand, I'm aware, and this is my mission, and this is what I've come to do. As you transition through the traveling period, as you walk to the bus stop, as you walk into the Royal Farms to get a cup of coffee and walk out, you weren't detached. That was a part of your experience. You were not detached from that. So the energy you pick up in that Royal Farms and take you to another place, if you're not aware of it, you're not able to clear it. And it's impossible to be aware of things 24 hours a day without having the divining ritual to work in your place, to be able to do it on your behalf spiritually, by divine mandate and by divine authority, the ability to allow you to clear that and to take you safely from step to step to step and to make your life better. Please visit us at psychicunderlord.shop.